And here we go for the Combat Arms M-16 review, with Mike776 being kind enough to volunteer his, well, kill-death ratio, technically. Not that mine's all that great either. Now, before I get started, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, why on earth am I reviewing the M16? Everyone uses the M16. Well, that's exactly why I am reviewing it. Tips and tricks are exactly what new players need. And you just saw a great demonstration of the M16's lack of capabilities. It took 2 full spreads, the equivalent of a little over half a clip of ammunition, with most of the bullets somehow hitting him, in order to kill him, and he just got revenge on me with his sniper rifle. So then, about the M16. It is purely a medium-range weapon, as that was proven right there. Oh, by the way, Mike is using the M14 as well as the L96A1 Arctic Wolf. Both of them are supposed to be long-range weapons, but because the M14 uses does so much more per bullet damage, he will probably outstrip me at close range as well. So about the M14. Compared to most assault rifles, it has a fairly weak stopping power, requiring large number of bullets to make body and arm and leg shots in order to get a kill. However, its big saving grace, as you're seeing right there, is it has good single-shot long-range accuracy. Its spread is not the worst thing in the world, but it could be better. It is, however, part of the reason why its spread isn't quite so bad is because of its slow rate of fire, which does not help anything in the long run. A typical alternative is the M4, which corrects a lot of the M16's problems. Pull out the pistol, see if I can run a little faster. Drop some mines. So, the M16 is basically the last resort assault rifle, or for people that are really good at long ranges at pulling carefully calculated single shots at a target. However, it is a good way to learn how to tap fire, rely on its burst mode, which I just switched to and will be using for the next moment if I can find him. Found him. Well, I'll just demonstrate. And he got revenge pretty quickly. He really hates my mines. And I will get my revenge. Maybe. The M16, let's see now, we've covered its slow rate of fire, we've covered its below average firepower. It's not dismally bad in any aspect, it's just combined, its various aspects combined to make it a painful weapon to use at times. There's worse choices out there, but it's certainly not my primary battle rifle. Let's see, it does have a, as stated, slow rate of fire compared to most but not all other assault rifles, and it has a slow reload and draw, and because of the reload in particular, combined with its fairly slow rate of fire, a reduced magazine may often help with that. I'm sure I'm going to blow up in a second. Got out of that in time. Extended magazines make its slow reload rather hard to deal with at times, though sometimes you just need to spray, and so they're not completely out of the question. Now, other mods include ACOG scopes, which, well, any scopes, but ACOG in particular is recommended because of its lesser weaknesses at range. The magnification of an ACOG can often help you in finding the target. The red dot sight is a complete waste. You're not using it at the time for that. And the iTech, while the iTech is better than the red dot sight, it is still not really what you're using the M-16 for. You'll notice that a lot of these kills that I seem to be getting that you may or may not look like really quick kills are preceded by me peppering him from a range. That's your best strategy for using M16s, to pepper your target at a range as best you can and as carefully as you can. Now, suppressors are kind of a double-edged sword for the M16. The M16 doesn't have a lot of power in it as it is, and suppressors reduce power even further. However, the S1 suppressor, which is the first suppressor that is used by new players, is fairly good for reducing recoil even further. Though for later players, if you are still using the M16 for whatever reason, the S2 and S3 suppressors are great for not being noticed, which is a very big advantage if you're facing superior battle rifles. Now, we've covered its basic strengths and weaknesses. We've covered the burst fire. We've covered suppressors, scopes. Yeah, see, I had that 3-second spawn shield, and because of how much power his gun has compared to mine, I still did not walk out of that. Trying to compensate for using a fairly bad weapon with mines, which you'll probably see me using just about all my reviews. Now, speaking about the reviews for a second, again, people are probably wondering, it's an M16, everyone has it. You know, why don't you do some NX reviews? Well, everyone does NX reviews, combined with the fact that I don't exactly purchase a lot of NX, that causes a problem. But what about all those players that are out there that also don't purchase NX? No one ever reviews the guns that they use, so I figured I might as well. So that means that we've got the M16, we've got the SCAR coming up, we've got the G36, and the AUG, all those fun guns that are gear point weapons will be reviewed in these. So I guess just enjoy watching me lose this one. Very badly. Mike is probably having a heyday out here. This is not really his ideal map, as I'm sure as I know he's repeated to me many times, being one of the best snipers I've ever had to go up against. that's doesn't have those nice little bars besides their name. Sorry, Mike, I just had to throw that out there. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to cover about the M16 itself. Keep him out of that little sniper's nest that he loves so much. Well, I have time, kind of. So, until this match is over, I guess we'll go with the M92, which, well, real quick, also features below par stopping power, but has good 15-round magazine and a really good rate of fire. Most people prefer not to switch this out and spend their gear points on primary weapons. Was he over there? Yep. Well, just, well, I'll get to the M92 at another point. So this is Nikolai 60 signing off.